It would be really cool if there was a button I could hit that would put my weapons away like that when I'm just moving around or if I'm at the Firelink doing something. Too bad you only get to see your weapons put away during cutscenes. I don't actually have to get close enough to this guy to aggro him. Which is lucky, because I'd rather not risk losing almost 55,000 souls. This is a major PvP spot. If I were playing online, I'd probably be invaded already. Okay, let's spend these before I lose them. And let's repair my equipment. This is an interesting character over here. This is the firekeeper for this area.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anorlando, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you. What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling. The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet. If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for.
I think that's the last thing she has to say to us.
If you require rest, now that is.
She's the only bonfire keeper you can actually talk to without a special ring. If you have the correct ring, you can talk to Quaelag's sister. Let's see what we can do about killing these golems and getting some more loot that's hidden behind them. Again, I call them golems, but they might just be giants in suits of armor, I don't know. Think it's possible to get just one of them? Find out. Yep, good. Fighting them both at once would suck. Oh, come on, don't be like that. I'm tiny, what could I do to you? Oop. You'd also get the weapon, shield, and armor these things use. Couple more chests over on this side I want to get to. We can't go much further in this direction. We'll hit a barrier that we can't get past until I beat the next couple of bosses. Well, the next boss fight. I love how his buddy just sits there watching. Huh? He's tiny, you can handle him. Ow. Oh, I staggered him. Ooh. Yeah, that sucked. Well, I have more health than I had still. I'll take it. There we go. Actually, let's see what they think about lightning. Only going to get the one shot off. This spell is fairly slow. Ooh, fairly effective. Ouch. This is actually a much better example of how to recognize a mimic. Get a normal chest there with the chain curled backwards. Get a mimic right there with the chain going forwards, and if I stay still long enough, we'll see it breathe again. So crystal weapons hit incredibly hard, but they have low durability, and their durability is a one-way trip to zero. They're not really worth making. Sorry if you heard me just taking a great big chug of my tea there. It's just getting dry. So this gargoyle is much like the ones early in the game. Except it uses lightning instead of fire, and it can take a little bit more damage. I believe it hits a little harder too. But generally it has the same attack patterns. Amusingly, it can't actually fly, so if it ends up on the other side of that banister gliding down, it will die. And I have had that happen once. Okay, let's get some health back. There we go. He was determined not to give me a lot of openings to attack it without getting hit back. Oh, yeah, no. No. I don't want to go that way yet. That way just leads to a fall to my death. This is another one of those, how the heck did the first people to play this game figure this out? I'm not going to a secret area or anything. This is the correct way to go. And you always land right on the edge of that banister. At least I always do. Hi. Goodbye. I am not a fan of this next part. Yeah. Me and my shaky hands really don't like this part. So I'm going to kind of cheese out the enemies here a bit. Because, yeah, they'll come running towards me if I get too close. And then I have to fight them. I don't want to do that. Nope. I like how enemies do react to sound and stimuli. Although if I'm far enough away, this guy's... Oh darn, he cared that I just shot him in the face. Darn. They're far enough away, they don't care that you shoot him. Okay. Oh. They will eventually give up throwing daggers at me and come after me. There we go. Oh, thank you for making that easy. Now, am I... Oh, wrong button, wrong button. Am I close enough to do this? Interesting, the other one went down the ladder. I can live with that. I think I am. Yep, okay, it didn't take any damage, but the plume of blood that came out of it tells me I hit. You don't actually have to inflict damage in order to apply the poison. There they go. Okay, now the most dangerous thing to me is my own hands. Oh. This room alone, like, even if I was good enough to speedrun the rest of this game, this room alone means I could never do it. I mean, I don't regret that. I kind of enjoy watching speedruns, but that's not really how I enjoy playing games. Oh, this is just so unnerving. A little bit more room to breathe here. That wasn't just a random act of, like, destroying a cathedral. There was a piece of loot on that chandelier, I guess, that you can't get unless you do that. Really hope that other enemy doesn't climb back up the ladder and come after me while I'm on this. Or start throwing daggers at me. Yeah, they're so totally gonna start throwing daggers at me, I'm sure of it. Okay. Let's see what I can do. This button. Oh, I think I might not be able to hit him. Darn. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't come up. Okay. Yeah, normally that forward thrust is not a good attack move because you move forward quite a bit, but I was fortunate in that I was lined up nicely, and it was sort of the perfect scenario for using that up here. Okay, the most nerve-wracking part of this whole area is done. I just need to stay alive long enough to get to a bonfire. Which is a lot easier said than done. Kind of an interesting, if impractical, thing to have in your city. Oh yeah, there's a gargoyle in the area now. How do I always forget about that thing? Come on, come here. Ouch. That's... Oh, why was I not targeting it anymore? There we go. Hey! Weird, it didn't give me the axe. Oh well. I think this is actually the one I had come down on the other side of the banister. You can do it? It'll be funny. I promise. No? Oh well. Just go away? There we go. Oh, nice, a gargoyle halberd. And the shield and the helm. Oh, by the way, if I die now, that room on the other side of the bridge, you can just see the door to, that's the, yeah, that's the elevator that leads up, and the bonfire's over there, so I don't have to go back through that, that cathedral where I'm standing up on the banisters trying to walk along up there. Oh, I am not holding my shield. Oops. Ouch. I don't really want to aggro the other one. I did. Well darn. I know if I back away they'll reset, so I'm just going to let them do that. And they don't actually heal when they reset, which is kind of nice. Oh, darn. Okay, well, this is going to get interesting then. Actually, you know what? I think I know how to get them to reset. I know the one that would be farthest from this point will reset. Or let's see, what if it was alone? Yeah, good. Oh, neat. Where did that thing come from? I don't know if I've ever seen one of those over there before. You know what? Let's throw lightning at fools. It's less effective against these things because they're lightning creatures. Ow. Come on, come up here where I am. That's it. Come and get me. It's nothing personal. I just don't want to fight all your friends at the same time. Now, when this works, it's really funny. At least I think it is. Yep. I love doing that. They have wings, but it turns out they can't actually fly. This next bit might be a tad boring because I'm not going to rush down there and fight them, because if I do, there will be, in addition to the two of those, there will be a couple of knights firing ballistas at me. Well, technically bows, but big enough that they might as well be ballistas. Oh, come on, figure out where the arrows are coming from. There you go. To me, this just seems like bad game design, unless they intended me to be able to just stand here and shoot them while they're stuck. That other one just walk off the edge? It did. I love this game, but it's not perfect, and this really, to me, smacks of bad game design. Putting an enemy that cannot possibly get through a certain area into a position where that area could be easily exploited. I mean, if I had to work for it, that'd be one thing, but there's no effort put into setting this up. Oh boy. Well, it's almost dead. There we go. I'm going to keep the bow out, because this is the part that I've seen referred to as rampaging horse shit. I'm going to get my shield back out. Yeah. That guy, and there's one way up on the right. You have to run up that pathway in front of me, around the edge of that pillar, up another pathway just like it, and then you're standing on a really tiny ledge that's maybe inches across. All the while, these two archers are firing those essentially ballista bolts at you. And you have to somehow not get knocked off the ledge by those arrows. So here's what I do about it. Use normal arrows to find my range, and then I poison them. Whoop, I think that actually was perfect, and then I messed it up. I've seen this strategy called the poison sandwich. You poison both knights and you go make a sandwich. There we go. That's number one. That one you can sort of, like the one I had just poisoned, you can sort of avoid. But there's always the chance that they'll shoot you in the back and knock you off the edge. This one you have to deal with in some way. There we go. And now essentially I just wait for them to die. There we go. Sorry if that was particularly boring to watch, but the odds that I will be able to make this, kill that one knight, and not get knocked off the ledge are pretty dismal. I mean, before I found out about the poison strategy, I always did it that way, and it would take me a few tries, but I eventually managed it. But ever since I found out about the poison trick, that's all I do anymore. I know there are people who say, oh, well, you know, you're not going to get better at it if you just keep doing that. I don't care. I don't feel the need to get better at dodging two knights' attacks and killing one of those two knights on a ledge this thin. This game gives you absolutely no hints as to what's behind these doors. The one on the left that you want. Because there's a bonfire here. And our friend Knight Solaire. I'm gonna kindle this. So I'll be using this bonfire for a little bit.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you. You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that. You really are fun. If I don't.
I really do like that NPC. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to a suit of armor where I don't have to use that ring. I'm not gonna farm these NPCs, but these enemies. But I do want to have the best chance possible of them dropping their shield. No, I'm not going to use humanity. I'm actually a little low on that. Still, 8 humanity plus that ring gives me a pretty good drop chance, I think. Hi. Oh, I messed that up. This is going remarkably well. There we go, that's what I wanted. The easiest way to deal... Yeah, okay. The easiest way to deal with these knights really is to eventually try to manage to parry them. Because they're one of the NPCs, if you just wait for them to hit your block and then attack them, will jump out of the way or roll out of the way. Extremely frustrating. No, that one's locked. I think I have to go up the ramp. What's through here? Oh, yes. This room. I love this room. We're going to get a new suit of armor, a weapon we're probably never going to use, and a weapon that we just might try for the next boss fight. One of these chests is not a chest. So this is the armor, the shield, and the weapon of Bishop Havel the Rock. I believe his rank was Bishop. It might have been higher than that, or I don't know. But it was, he did have a church rank. And if you can find, yeah, that one's not a chest. If you can find the right items that have the lore description on them, you find out that there was a rebellion in the clergy against their own gods. It never really says how high up that rebellion went. But the thing that this mimic has implies it went up pretty high. Ooh, wow, ouch. That kick is really nasty and kind of hard to block. Oh, I don't like how the camera does that. So if this room is Havel's spare stuff, why did he have an occult weapon? The occult weapons deal, if I remember correctly, they deal inflated damage to the gods and their servants. So it kind of implies that Havel was complicit and potentially directly involved in the rebellion against his own gods. Sort of explains why he's locked up in the basement of a tower. And the key to that tower is being guarded by one of the allies of the gods. There is a way to make a jump over one of these ledges here to skip a whole bunch of content, but I'm not going to do that. Hi. Pretty sure you're alone in here. I really hope you're alone in here. Hey, I did it right. Well, you're not entirely alone in here, but that guy won't attack in front of you. If memory serves, that's the most powerful Titanite demon in the game. It drops two shards of two Titanite shards instead of demon Titanite rather than just one. It's also in a really small room. I am not going to bother. No, not this way. Oh, yeah. Fire. Ow. Didn't get my shield up in time. Don't. Okay. Phew. That would kill me if I was at maximum health. No! Oh! So the only purpose for that gold coin is to give to the one thing that you can sell items to for souls. The ancient worm or whatever it is. Same with those silver coins. Same idea, they're just worth less. And there's not a lot of them in the game. I think these might be the only ones, so it's a little weird. Oh, right, yeah. That's the way I just came from. Can I open this door? Yes, I can. Is there... No? Okay, it's just behind that door there. I'll come back for that in a second. Those bows are unreal. You can get that bow, by the way. Ow. Really great view. No point to that, it's a really great view. I forgot he was in here. Wow, okay, let's get some health before I go dealing with him. Okay, here we go. Yeah, parrying them really is just the best way to deal with them. Oh, I thought I saw a pop-up that it dropped something. Oh well. I know I have to go that way, but I don't remember what's over here. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the way I eventually have to go. I want to go this way first, though. Yeah. Like I said, this guy makes it pretty much everywhere you do.
Whatever can be done. Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Ah, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together.
Does he have anything more to say?
This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite a fix indeed.
Okay. Ooh, there's one right there. I don't want Siegfried getting hit. So that was a I guess you could say a partial parry. It got the job done, but I still took a little bit of damage. Yeah, come on. Fine, you want to stand there? Stand there. Very useful. Now this ultimately isn't where I need to be. It just brought me back to the tower I went up is over there. It just brought me back to here. It does, however, advance this guy's quest, which I've never actually managed to finish successfully.
Oh ho! What's on your mind, friend? Wait. You defeated those monsters? Fantastic! I'm saved! This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude. But be warned, gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
The tiny beings, right? If I remember right, it's not really useful. Yeah, small increase of hit points. Pretty tiny. I have 712 hit points currently. 784 hit points. Yeah, not really significant. Still kind of neat to have. I mean, if you somehow didn't have any other options, then absolutely wear it. Yeah, that's where that Titanite demon is. I'm not going in that room. Ouch. I would really rather get onto even footing with this guy, so make it a lot easier to parry. The other one shouldn't aggro. Okay, good. Now that specific one there has got a fairly narrow aggro range for some reason. I mean, I'm happy about that. No, 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 no. I'm not walking close enough to that thing so that they'll have you fight me. There we go. I am going to fight that one, but first I'm going to open that door. Because now, I can get back to the bonfire. And these doors stay open once they're opened. And this is the armor the Silver Knights wear. It's pretty good armor. I think it's reasonably heavy, but it's pretty good. I could just push forward and try to fight the boss, but I'd rather have more healing before I do that. Also, I want to spend a bunch of this experience. They're determined not to give me their shield. I'm not going to go out of my way to kill any more of them than I have to, but... Oh, wow, that was terrible. Okay, let's try and get some distance and heal. I'm not going to go out of my way to kill any more of them than I need to progress through the area. But I may farm up the shield later off camera. Because it's a really good shield. Yeah, what the heck, I'll kill this guy too. Wow. Okay, good. I thought I was about to get severely punished for being greedy. Yeah, this way. We're about to meet the second blacksmith in the game. Be very careful not to get too far to that close to that door. You have to fight that demon there. But if you stay here, you don't really have to wriggle.
Forge your weapons.
So he sells most of the Titanite cheaper than the last guy did. And he's got the giant's gear. More importantly, if you want to make the boss weapons... Ah, yeah, here we go. This is how you can get the boss weapons made. I thought I had another plus 10 shield. I don't want to turn this shield into that thing. Oh, it's only plus 5. Well, darn. Okay, I'll do that later. I'm not about to use that shield. But yeah. These are the... With a plus 10 weapon and the correct boss soul, you can make the appropriate item. The only combination of plus 10 weapon and correct soul is the soul of the Moonlight Butterfly that I killed during the last stream. And I do intend on making that shield. You can also make a spear out of it, but it's for intelligence casters. The shield is really good against magic. It's kind of bad against physical, but it's kind of neat, so I want it, even if I'm never going to use it. This night here is part of why I went all the way up and around rather than going down the stairs, fighting the two giants and then dealing with this guy. Go. The other reason is these giants down there are not the same ones that I killed earlier. These ones have the miracle Wrath of the Gods. It's really annoying. It's very, very powerful, and I'm looking forward to being able to cast it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, these guys will heal themselves if you go down there and fight them. They'll use Wrath of the Gods, which will do a lot of damage to you. And there's virtually no warning about it being cast. I can kill them if I go down there. I just don't feel like putting up with the hassle. I mean, again, this is one of those issues where, should the developers have taken this into consideration? Yeah, probably. But they didn't, so I'm gonna utilize it. And I feel bad for them. They're just standing here in like the most boring guard duty of all time. And then suddenly this prick comes along with poison arrows and just ruins their day. Oh, thank you. That was taking a long time. Do you want to heal? And here's our friend, Knight Solaire. And the boss fight that we're about to participate in is probably the iconic boss fight of this game. Before we do that, we have a challenge of getting Solaire down off this platform without him taking damage. His pathing from here is terrible. If I just rush to the bottom of the stairs, he'll just walk right off the edge and take damage. And I can't heal him in any way. So, rather he didn't take damage. No. Come on, figure it out. There we go. I can open that gate now. That was the area with the stairs where I ran away from the two giants. You don't need to. You can. Oh, here we go. I should have changed my ring. Whoops. That's Smo. And this is Ornstein. You have to fight them both at once. Whichever one you kill first gives a buff to the other one. I always try to kill Smo first. Sometimes Solaire ruins Ornstein. Just wrecks him. And it doesn't work out that way. Stop that. He's definitely doing more damage, or at least he was doing more damage to... Oh, no, that could have been worse. Yeah, he's competing with me for which one of these two is going to die first. Also, the survivor gets all their health back. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not entirely blockable. Oh. Come on. It's getting close to killing Ornstein. I don't want to get greedy and take unnecessary damage, but I'm much better at fighting Ornstein in the second stage than I'm at fighting Smo. So for almost all of this guy's attacks, you want to stay close. For one of them, you need to roll away. Where is he? That was rude. That's the one you want to get away from. I don't know what I was thinking. Hey, Solera, keep him occupied for a second. There we go. Oop. So as you can see, they sort of inherit one of the fallen members' moves. He got enormous and gained the ability to do that ad nauseum. Smo wouldn't change size, obviously, but he would gain a lightning attack. Oh, would you please stop? Well, so much for Solera. Oh, that could have been worse, actually. I partially rolled away from that. You can get stuck on that lance, and then you take a... Well, I would have died. Also, if Solera is still around and he gets stuck on that lance, there's no point in even trying to do any damage, because Ornstein's invincible. He has someone on the tip of that lance. Oh, rolled too many times. Wow, I'm having a hard time with this. I mean, that's not too surprising. I'd try and get some lightning spheres off, but he's extremely resistant to lightning. Surprise. I am running out of healing. And I'm dead. Okay. That went poorly. Yeah. The cutscene doesn't play again. They're already on the ground, and Ornstein will be charging me. I love this game. Wow. No, 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 don't want to be hit by that. Okay, so that was 202 points of damage. Let's see what this does. 140. Nope. Using my sword. Oh, wow. I have a feeling I might be fighting overpowered Smo. Ouch. Yep, I'm fighting overpowered Smo. Darn. Oh, wish me luck. Now, where is he? He's way over there. Good. Slayer, you still alive? Better be. You just got done killing Ornstein. Get in here and help. Or get ruined. Whichever one. Wow. Oof. Yeah, my shield is not good against lightning. Oh, no, 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 bad. That happened. Yeah, that's why I would rather fight overcharged Ornstein. That, and if I can kill him second, whichever boss you kill second determines your loot. It's still there. Kill slower. I mean, keep him distracted, please, but be a little slower in how you kill him. Or help me with this guy. That works too. I was pretty sure I was inside that. The only problem with Solera coming over and helping me against Smo is that means Ornstein is potentially unattended. Ouch. Oh, good, I did hit him. Cool. Hit my mic again. I was saying, I think I will very briefly experiment with that club again, because Ornstein and Smo do have a different set of immunities, if I remember correctly. Like, lightning seems to work fine against Smo, unless he's the survivor of the initial fight. At which point it no longer works. There he is. And roll towards that. 140. Oh, that's a bow. Well, since I can't do anything anyways, never mind. Okay, let's leave him to play with Solaire for a second. Oh. Win this nonsense. Okay, roll. Good. $104. Yep. It's the sword. Oh, not again. Ow. That is so rude. Get away, get away, get away. Ow. Well, I took less damage that time from that. Still enough that 2 in a row would kill me outright. Well, so much for Slayer. It's the full it lasted, buddy. Oh no. Oh, I'm still alive. You got caught on terrain. That's amusing. Roll towards him. Okay. Darn. I am running out of healing. That's not good. No, 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 no. In this case, I'm glad he did twice in a row because it bought me the time I needed to move away from him. Oh, finally. Oh, that was a beating. That ring makes your piercing attacks do more damage, if I remember correctly. Amusing note about this room. There are 2 elevators. This one's enormous. This one's not. They had individual customized elevators. And I think that is where I'm going to call the stream to a close. We'll continue by going through that door and talking to someone very important next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.